Huge vapours brood above the clifted shore by Charlotte Smith, 1749 to 1806. Huge vapours brood above the clifted shore, night o'er the ocean settles dark and mute, save where is heard the repercussive roar of drowsy billows on the rugged foot of rocks remote, or still more distant tone of seamen in the anchored bark that tell the watch relieved, or one deep voice alone singing the hour and bidding, "Strike the bell!" All is black shadow, but the lucid line marked by the light surf on the level sand, or where afar the ship lights faintly shine like wandering fairy fires that oft on land mislead the pilgrim. Such the dubious ray that wavering lends in the life's long darkling way. Okay, so this poem is by Charlotte Smith. Let's see, she came from London. I think she had quite a difficult life, although she came from quite a rich family. Nowadays she's not very popular, not very much heard of. But at the time of her death, she was thought to be inspiration for people like Jane Austen, for Samuel Coleridge Taylor, for Wordsworth. She is actually quite an important poet. So let's see, what's this about? Well, I think it's got two things. It's firstly a description of a storm that's coming. Yeah, it's a description of a view, and then as dark falls, the poem then starts to think about the different paths that one might choose in one's life, and the different ways that this could go. Okay, so huge vapours brood the clifted shore. So clifted, a cliff, a shore with cliffs. And there are huge vapours. I think these vapours are like big clouds. And these are brooding. They're looking angry. They're thinking angrily. Yeah, so these are like angry clouds above a shore with cliffs, which is, I think, foretelling of a storm. Yeah. The storm that's coming in above the shore. So, huge vapours brood above the clifted shore. So a storm is coming in, or a storm has come in. And the storm is very strong, and it has a strong impact on everything. And night is settling over the ocean. Yeah, so night is coming down, and everything is dark and mute, save where is heard the repercussive roar of drowsy billows. So everything is silent except for the roar of the billows, of the billowing cloud, of the wind going round and round, yeah, and or of the clouds hitting the rugged foot of rocks remote. So it's the only sound that is heard is this storm, or the wind of the storm hitting the base of the rocks, yeah, which are a distance from her, a distance away. Or still more distant tone of seamen in the anchored bark. So, okay, night settles over the ocean and it's dark and quiet, but you can hear the roar of the winds and the clouds on the foot of these mountains. But you can also hear even more far away, even less distinctly, seamen who are in a bark, a boat that is anchored, and these seamen, you can hear that the watch has been relieved, the watch has been changed, yeah, because in an anchored ship there is always somebody on watch, and the watchman has been changed. And there's one deep voice that you can hear very clearly singing the hour, 6 bells or whatever, and bidding, strike the bell. So you can hear, one of the other things you can hear is this person ringing the hours of the watch. Okay, so this sets the scene. And then she starts to look at light. So now it gets dark. All is black shadow. So it's now dark. Night has fallen. But the lucid line marked of the light surf on the level sand. So everything is dark in shadow, except for a clear line where the surf, the winds break, the sea, where the sea breaks against the shore, where the surf breaks against the shore, and there's you can see this line where the sea is breaking against the sand, yeah, and maybe this represents a line that you can follow, a line that you might follow in your life. One of the ways to go, following the line of the surf. Or where afar the ship lights faintly shine, like wandering fairy fires. So you can also see the lights of the ships in the distance, and these are shining faintly, and these are like wandering fairy fires. So these are like fairy lights of the fairies, yeah, that oft on land mislead the pilgrim. So these fairy fires, these could take you to the wrong place. They could if you followed them, if you walked towards these lights, you would end up in the sea. And this is another way that you might take in the darkness of life. This is another light you might follow, and you might be misled like these fairy lights could mislead a pilgrim. That often on land, mislead the pilgrim, mislead them in the wrong way. Such the dubious ray that wavering reason lends in life's long darkling way. So she's thinking about the rays of light that our minds think that we need to follow in the long and unclear path of life. So she's thinking about the different ways that we might go in life, and the different destinations where we might end up. And she's thinking that there are better destinations than going towards the misleading lights of these ships, and you need to think about the different ways, the things that are leading you in life. So, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Huge vapours brewed above the Clifted shore by Charlotte Smith.